Here we go. Ooh. Oh, we coming in like the Hellraiser. But here it is. It's Tkk Turnkey Kids episode 9. It's about that time for us to shine and whine about shit that's going on in the world. But before we do that, we got the new single from OV, I Knew. Not Know Me, it's I Knew. Y'all check it out. It's doing good numbers on Spotify as always. And we shall get started afterwards.
I just like the sound of it.
Grinding again with a bottle, off like a cruise with a model. Feeling so grateful, my hollow. Bilingual like tell them they're hollow. Sweet with the face like pescado. Gassed up, just hit up the throttle. They threaten to bite but they grotto. Kick rocks like the rest in the gravel. Your honor, I got my own gavel. Off the snakes, man, bring me the rattle. They come and they split like a straddle. One case and they fall like a tattle. From my Grammy, shine on the mantle. Apply pressure, they haters can handle. Can't rip this eye with the handles. Crush you up, now you down like glue. Gun them down with the birds, who knew? But they choke like feeling blue. Old school like still my boy blue. From the concrete like rose I grew. On the real since day one I knew. On the real since day one I knew. On the real since day one I knew. 100% I am that man. On the real since day one I knew. On the real since day one I knew. On the real since day one I knew. 100% I am that man. On the real since day one I knew. On the real since day one I knew. On the real since day one I knew. 100% I am that man. So sweet, arroz con pollo, I mean arroz con leche. Te meten el jefe, yo gringo residente. Todo mi gente enfrente, hip hop new presidente. New style, yo, I invent this. I'm stressed back, I vent this. Them boys kick game like fila, spit balls like todo el día. Word up my queen, that's Leah. Snuck up, they couldn't see, huh? Like PJ Policia. I'm cold, I'm talking Leo. Rock boogie with my hijo. Crazy like all my Tito's. My shot me, turn me Tito. Swagged out, just check the stilo. Work hard for all my C notes. See ho, you will not denote. I just pass out the dumb at the mouth. Hit like Katrina, I'm flooding the south. I'ma go hard like the truth in the boot. I'ma go hard like the truth in the boot. Look. On the real they want I On the real they want I On the real they want I 100% I am that man. On the real they want I On the real they want I On the real they want I 100% I am that man. Now I'm back when I'm walking, done with the talking. Out from the coffin like X9 balking. Your body chalking, cause you be stalking. Your body chalking, cause you be stalking. Got them with the 4-4 at the 4 door. Say they want war, say they want nut. Now they all gone, creeping on the come up like the lids in a bone bone. Turkey kids, cause the parents are not home. Pressure real, cocaine in the dome dome. Pressure real, cocaine in the dome dome. Cause the Alpha Omega, high Dugan, Street Fighter, I do them like Vega.
Pretty girl, you know, like somebody said, like, yeah.
Right. Like the female John Gruden.
That bitch like mean pretty.
Shit, that turns some people on. That's what some people want to see. You know, she looked hot after drinking y'all moonshine. Moonshine. The thing about I drank it a few times. I don't know. Was it your first time drinking moonshine?
It was my first time.
No, I had moonshine before at a friend's engagement party. He poured it as a shot, and then we all took a shot, and it was moonshine.
I'm new to moonshine, so how are you supposed to drink it? Because your boy filled my cup up all the way.
I think you're supposed to like make shots of it. Well, what happened was at the concert.
It's hard liquor, technically. It's hard liquor. It's hard liquor times too.
It's extremely hard liquor. So
but I finished that whole cup, bro. I did.
No, that cup finished you.
You drank that whole cup?
Ask my wife.
My aunt drank the whole cup.
I finished it off when we pulled up into the driveway at the house. I downed it, and I threw the plastic cup. Asked my wife.
Like this is we had a concert Saturday night. The turnout was great. It was perfect. Behind the DJ booth there was a gallon of water. Yeah. What seemed to be, but it wasn't water. It was moonshine. So at one point the other night I was like, man, like I'm real thirsty, like, and I was on tequila and shit like that, and like I was already drunk, and I forgot that he had fucking,
You actually hit that
yeah,
shit?
Yeah, so like I'm like, damn, somebody's the DJ is the man. I even went good looking out, CJ, because I thought he brought like water, like for I'm like, okay, so I got a cup. I had just finished drinking my tequila, so I poured some in the cup, and like I told y'all, I don't like water. I don't like the taste of it.
And
if I taste water, it makes me want to like throw it up. So when I drink water, I hold my breath.
What you wanted, not water,
dude. I hold my breath just to down a little water, so just I can get my hydrated. Then when I unhold my breath, because I'm fit, dude, like it just burns. Like I'm like, dude, I just drank somebody's gasoline, and then
that's what it tastes like, huh?
Gasoline. Yeah, like I'm thinking maybe I'm not a DJ. Maybe some of this equipment takes gasoline. You know, and like, dude, I don't know what the fuck. So I'm like, holy shit. So he comes back and like, then I remember he's like, yeah, that's moonshine. That's my moon. And it was towards the end of the show. It was right before my set actually, because I was like, I needed like. And then after the set, I was like, man, somebody else went and like, oh, give me some of that water. I'm like, that's not water. Don't get away from it. It's moonshine. My aunt's like, moonshine? Yeah. So she's like, yeah, give me some. So I poured it, and then she took a sip, and then you grabbed some, and then it kind of like got
he told me what it was when he walked in with it. So then I went looking for it. I was like, bro, where's Higgins at?
Let me stop this here. I told him what it was.
Yeah. Like I knew what it was. It just the tequila got me to forget. Yeah,
he forgot.
Cause I had asked. I said, "What's in that jug?" You said moonshine. I'm like, all right.
He tells me, look, we stopped there to bring the speakers to the show, and we walked to the bar just to conversate or whatever, and she's like, hey, y'all want anything to drink? You know, it's on the house. I mean, you know, y'all performing tonight, it's on the house. And he asked for a drink, and I said, nah, I don't want nothing, I'll be drinking later, I don't want anything. And he's like, you're not drinking? I've been drinking tequila all day. Like, oh, shit.
I know when I got there, he told me he better stop because he's getting fucked up off this shit, and he didn't want to forget all his,
set. Well, I had to, the first time I ever tried moonshine come from my boys in Picayune, and so anyway, the first time I drank it was ice cold, and it was smooth. I really liked, like wow, it didn't taste. It was clean. It was smooth. It really didn't have like a hand in. I don't see with the fuel like you saying. Yeah. It didn't taste like gasoline.
To me, it did.
Yeah, because it was warm.
It was warm.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't on ice. But I didn't get any kind of like hangover from.
Well, I didn't get no hangover. I woke up the next morning. I was fine.
That's kind of like y'all ever had sake?
Yes.
It's kind of like, if it's cold, it's good. If it's hot sake, it tastes like it's nasty. People order it hot just for that nasty ass that
they like the flavor.
Yeah.
Just like some people think beer tastes like shit. You know what I mean? That's just everybody. It's your taste buds. You gotta acquire a taste to certain things, and then you grow used to
Turkey kids acquired me a taste of beer.
Yeah.
So when I did
beer started young for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was a teenager drinking beer.
When you just see, people.
Well, my mom's boyfriend was an alcoholic, so I always go steal all his beer.
Well, I could tell you, the first. You want to know what the Budweiser in my sippy cup came from? When I was I had to be about 3, because my dad. This is one of the only memories I have of my dad being at the house. You know what I'm saying? And it was 2. One was him like punishing me to eat sweet potatoes, and the second was him drinking beer, and I had my sippy cup on the table. I'm telling you, this is a true story, and like begging him to give me some of the beer, right? I want to drink some of the beer. And just like being relentless. And then he filled that cup up with beer.
He said, "Yeah, boy."
Nah, did I drink it? I tried it. And no, I didn't like it. You know what I mean? I didn't like it. But, you know.
You didn't ask again.
But you really had Budweiser in the city.
Right. But I always used to look at, you know, like beer and apple juice look alike. You know what I mean? So I remember being a kid, like, trying to be cool, like drinking apple juice. Like, yeah, I'm drinking beer with the guys. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But when you compare, like, beer to hard liquor, it's two different worlds. Some people, even in other countries, they look at beer as a beverage. They don't look at it as an alcoholic beverage.
Right.
In some other in other countries, like they don't treat it the same way we do. Like people, they just kind of drink it on a regular. I think in Mexico they don't even have a alcohol age.
No, alcohol is water there.
Oh, I could tell the way them dudes be drinking.
That's racist, bruh.
Dude, like they tell me all their recipes, bro. Like one of them, you gotta get like this tomato juice with I forgot the name of it, and you mix it with Corona, and you put like this lime in it and shit. It's like there's some kind of weird drink.
Yeah, actually Budweiser came out with a drink like that.
It was Corona's first though.
Which one? I may even know. I may be able to call it out.
The Budweiser, the can was red and had like a chili on it.
Oh, Chiluda.
Chilada. Yes, that's what Corona. That's what he was talking about.
It's like Bloody Mary mixed with beer.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Did y'all ever try that?
No, but he told me the recipe.
I actually liked it. But
there was some couple more ingredients he told me about. I just gotta ask him about those other two ingredients.
In fact, next time I'll make some fire ass.
He gonna bring
Bloody Marys. But I'm gonna make them next podcast.
He's coming to bring Bloody Marys to I'll drink them for sure.
Yeah,
dude. I never was the one to like tomato juice, you know. And I didn't drink Bloody Marys.
We'll do it like the tipsy bartender here, you know. Get a different drink recipe and make it. With
I tried to give y'all some moonshine tonight, and y'all
that
like,
dude's badass, bro. Like his drinks makes me thirsty.
Which one?
That bartender guy on Facebook, Tipsy Bartender.
Yeah, you gotta follow him. He's this bald guy. He's
badass.
Yeah. No shit.
He makes you want to go home and just drink.
Great bartenders have the eye candy. You know, like the way they mix
garnish
drinks, like they watch you. You know, kind of like hibachi when they throw the food around and shit.
It's mesmerizing.
Right? They make you a drink.
Yeah.
What you want? Just give me a screwdriver, which ain't shit, but fucking orange juice and vodka, and then throw the shit in the air. Chasing the ice around the room.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm like, damn, I can't even pour it in my cup without staring at the cup. You know, like
they try to light you up. You know, they working for that tip. I mean, which is it's cool. Like, it's the experience. You're paying for the experience. You're not paying for the actual drink.
And you're you experience, and then you're paying them for all the years it took them to learn that, not for the 10 seconds it makes it take. You know, like artists, you're paying me for the time I put learning this. You're not paying me for what I just gave you. You know, like
right. And I think going back to moonshine, I think what makes it special, and what's crazy is, you know, it's illegal, right? But there's no additives. There's none of that.
Preservative.
Right, none of the, you know, like good, really good moonshine makers, there's no preservatives, and I think that's the things that really push that hangover.
Yeah.
You know, right. They say a hangover is you just being dehydrated, you know, like
I always told.
Did y'all have a hangover? I didn't.
No, I didn't. I was told when you have a hangover, you're supposed to drink some more.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, it works. But no, it doesn't work. It just puts off the hangover to the next day. You just
it So here's my way of describing that. What I would say, like if you hit it hard, you know, say it's Saturday night. Let's partying on Saturday night. Sunday comes around. You've been hungover, and I don't mean, you know, you don't want to wake. I'm not saying wake up to a beer and just keep hitting that shit. But like, let's say, you know, you work hours out in the day. You're hungover a couple hours before bedtime. You just kind of chill and, you know, drink a couple of beers and not hitting them. Yeah, Bloody Mary would really work because it's got vitamins and shit in it. but it what it does, it's takes it away for the rest of the day, and then gives you more time to sleep the shit off. You know, I think that's what it does, because I never really had a 2-day hangover. Like, you gotta go hard, I guess, to have a 2-day hangover. But I've done it where I've, been hungover and then drink a few beers, and it takes it away. It really does.
Yeah.
It takes the shit away. So it works. But you just can't get smashed the next day. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just drink enough just to kind of
He's just an alcoholic.
Right. You get smashed the next day. Well, you're looking for... Then you really gonna be double down on the hangover, you know? But moonshine, I never really understood how they make it. Oh, well, here we go. I'm gonna ask this: how moonshine is made? Look, let me finish the sentence. I didn't even. They were listening. I was saying it.
Oh yeah.
And I put moon in there, and then it just finished.
The only thing I know is like 70% alcohol.
I would guess they go to the gas pump, press 87, and just fill that bitch up.
And drink that.
It's probably stronger than gasoline when it comes to that. Alright, how making alcohol revolves around 2 processes: fermentation and distillation. Fermentation is a chemical reaction that occurs when the yeast breaks down the sugar. So, one result of the reaction is alcohol. Distillation is the process of evaporating the alcohol, which boils at a lower temperature than water, and collecting the steam before condensing it back into liquid form. Now that shit just sounds like a science project.
To myself, I was like, man, I heard that before, and to myself, I answered, yeah, school, dude.
Right. Not really. All right, what ingredients? Oh, there it is. Moonshine recipe. Let's try to make a little more sense of it. And I know there's 2 what's the other one? Moonshine and white lightning, right? And I think
Lord, white lightning. What's this one?
Isn't that Ed McCaffrey?
it's the same white lightning moon. It's basically white lightning. It's moonshine, which is what we drank the other day. Because
that's what we had, white lightning.
From what I understand, is that white lightning is the white moonshine, is the clear moonshine.
So that's what we had.
Right, and then like you can make brown moonshine, which is made in the wood barrels. You know what I'm saying? Like that one is distilled.
I'll take the white lightning.
I'm not a big fan of brown liquor.
Oh
myself.
yeah, actually, the one my friend did have, it was brown. It was kind of brown, yeah. Cause I thought I thought it was like Crown at first, but no, that shit was bad.
Right. All right. So how to make moonshine? And the big thing now is with moonshine makers is they'll using flavor, putting the liquor in there, and then putting like different fruits. You can make grape moonshine, strawberry moonshine, a cherry moonshine, and they'll put them in a mason jar. Excuse me. Put them in a mason jar and let them sit.
That's cool. And then you could probably eat the fruit that you put in there too.
Oh yeah, with just like
but that shop they used to have the cherries. Remember?
Right. That's
next time I'm gonna get gummy worms. Them little like sour gummy worms.
Trying to kill them gummy worms and get drunk and
put them like that'd be pretty cool. That'd be
gummy bears.
Show things we could do. Yeah.
All right.
CBD gummy bears. Let's hit them with all of it.
Yeah.
So corn whiskey moonshine.
We got your white lightning worms and we got your CBD gummy bears.
There you go. So they use corn for sure. Corn. Here's a video of. All right. So here is the recipe. We need 6.75 gallons of water, 9 pounds of flaked maize, which is corn, M-A-I-Z-E, 2 pounds of malted and crushed barley, yeast, which you can buy yeast at any grocery store.
Right.
A lot of people make wine. You know, I've known people who make homemade wine, and they gotta. I guess it must be one thing that you need for any type of alcohol you're making. And granulated sugar, which is optional if you want it to have a sweet kick to it. So you gotta actually heat water to 165 degrees Fahrenheit, which would steam it off. Add the corn, place in a nylon strainer bag or in a steel mesh basket. Stir and allow to sit. Temperature naturally drops to 140. Like, this is serious science. So you gotta let that thing drop actually 18 degrees, 17 degrees while you're making it. Stir in a malted barley. I want to know, alright, remove the grain, blah, 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 blah. Cool. I want to know how long it sits. Allowed to ferment for 7 to 10 days. So you have to actually let it sit for at least a week before it becomes something that's going to give you a buzz, I guess you could say.
Right.
But you can fuck this recipe up. You know, obviously, I mean, dude, to have you need a temperature gauge to actually get this shit right. Corn is somewhat difficult to work with during the mashing process because it gets extremely thick. Man, fuck that. I'd just rather buy it. It's cheaper. But it was really, dude, for the price, homie, man.
How much you paid for that gallon? $30?
That's it. Word on the street. I don't know where it came from though. Some guy randomly walked up to me and
we got it from who's the guy that walks on the towers?
I ain't gonna stick that
Hurricane Barry.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna stick that dude with that job, bro.
You incriminated that
knock
man.
the fuck out if you go ask him about it.
It's all good.
No, it came from I got it in the recipe actually. Hillary sent it to me.
$30 for a gallon if it ain't bad.
That's what I'm saying. How much you gonna pay for a gallon of Grey Goose?
A lot.
Bro, you know how much just the big bottle?
Probably
That's like 60.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
which ain't even
like if you don't like the taste, you can always mix that in some Coke or like Sprite, something, you know that. So yeah, damn, dude.
I drank the whole cup straight. You know what I'm saying?
It has. I tell you, and it probably comes out in different batches when based on who made it and when they made it, what it comes in.
I'm try to make it myself now.
It didn't taste as good as the first time I drank it, but I also drank the flavored ones with the cherries and stuff like that. And
It probably tastes like the flavor Tkk vodka, huh?
No, it's smoother. Like, it can fool you. It can definitely fool you and make you think you're drinking something that, because
you ever had the flavor Tkk vodka?
It could be a creeper.
Yes, I did.
Which one you like the best? The pink lemonade, the whipped cream.
Yeah, I don't like that. Still,
I thought it tasted too sweet.
It's still too low grade of a vodka for them to be trying to put that shit. Like, it's still gonna taste like crap. But they got like the Smirnoff, the Pinnacle, the other ones that do have the little watermelon one. And that I could shoot straight. I like it, but yeah, Tkk just no.
I asked homie. I said, "Hey, how much? What's the proof of this? What you think, roughly? What's the proof of this?" He said it's probably like 195.
Oh shit!
So you do the math. You're supposed to divide that by 2 to figure out the amount of alcohol that's in it. So 195 divided by
80.
2. Let's see, it's more.
About 82.3 or 82.5.
Let's see, we divide 195 by 2. Like 8 times 2 is 190. 8 times 2 is 160. So 9 times 2 is 180. So it's like 90. Yeah, it's like
actually up there.
Yeah, it's almost 100% vodka. It's basically 100% alcohol. I can't even say this shit right. Probably 100%, almost 100% alcohol.
That's why I woke up naked. Jesus Christ!
And they know. Look, bro. They know a little more than it. How they say you divide it in half isn't necessarily always true, because he was saying that he's drank moonshine that was over 200 proof. So like that divided in half isn't really an accurate depiction of what proof really is. You know, so how do you... I think that's just probably some random measure they made up.
I didn't even need all them beers. I could have just drunk that one cup and would have been alright.
Yeah, no, shit, you survived after drinking all them beers and the moonshine. Moonshine might help you. That might be the reason why you didn't wake up hungover.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I didn't wake up hungover either.
Because beers do, if I drink a lot of beer, I'll get hit.
But when I drink beer, when I'm ready to drink beer, I go all in, bro. I tear them up, dude. I can guarantee you, I can kill at least a 12-pack by myself, easy, fast.
That's probably what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, right now, one behind another.
As we speak.
It don't take much. I mean, it's just like
once you get going, you get going.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like water, you know. To me, I don't know. It doesn't. It's just like I don't know. It doesn't really do what that can do. Like you can drink a good mixed drink, kind of chill on it a little bit, but you could drink beer all night long and just keep, you know, I mean, I hit it heavy, but I mean, just kind of sip on it, casually mingle. You could just drink it.
I don't sip on it. I down them.
He chugs them bitches.
I do, bro. Watch me drink beer and you'll see how fast I go through them.
That's a good picture right there, homie.
Let me see.
He's over there making pictures.
Bro, I was flicking you off, bro.
But I like, man, having a bottle of moonshine in your house. Not a bad thing to have.
Always ready.
Always have, you know, a little bit of moonshine. Right. Always have some moonshine on tap. It's not a bad thing to have. It's clean. It tastes better. You know, and it works. It does the job, and you don't have to overfill yourself with bullshit. Moonshine is a beautiful thing. We all give moonshine a thumbs up, and it's sad because it seems like we the only place in the entire South in the country
where you can get it.
that don't make moonshine. Won't make our own shit.
Terrible. We gotta change that.
Right. That's bullshit. Everybody makes their own shit in the country but us.
Hey, maybe we could be the first one.
That's right.
Voodoo Moonshine.
That'll be on eBay next.
Yeah.
Shit, coming to your front door.
Right.
With the new Higgins and OV album.
Dude, the Dan Aykroyd. Did you see he's selling vodka?
Yeah.
The Skull vodka.
Yeah. Oh, that's him. That's
the Skull vodka.
Dude, I actually bought one just to keep the bottle. Cause the skull, I got. Damn, I didn't know that was him.
And he braced it off, which is another conspiracy theory we'll talk about another night. Is there's like 12 crystal skulls or some shit that were found randomly in all these places all over the world.
Yeah,
he's a huge conspiracy theorist, and he you know, like I guess he gets into it. He's really entertained by it, and he's really, you know, he enjoys the crystal skull. But he's like, hey man, I just wanted to make a beautiful. I wanted people to buy
the bottle,
not just to, you know, love the product, but love the image of the product and how something that they can finish the bottle of and keep, you know, the bottle. They're not gonna want to throw that thing away.
And
you know
that's
what I mean?
right, because that's what I got. That's why I got it. And George Clooney, he makes some tequila. I forgot the name, and he makes the best tequila around. Like I forgot the name. I tried it at a few bars, but yeah, it's a lot of celebrities getting into that.
Dude, I never was a tequila guy. Tequila and gin. If I can mix tequila with something.
Yeah.
But you know,
bruh,
Snoop made me try some gin and juice.
You ever been to the Hangar?
Gin.
The Hangar.
Uptown?
Yeah. Bro, I went to Hangar,
and
I asked this bartender to make me a mixed drink. I said, just make me whatever. I don't care. Bro, she hooked me up this fire ass mixed drink. You ever had tequila and pineapple juice?
Yeah.
And she had real pineapples in that motherfucker, but I don't know how she made it taste so good, but it was good, bro.
And I could probably drink it like that's what I'm saying. Tequila mixed with something like the right mixed drink, but to hit a shot of it, I'm not no. I like if I'm gonna hit a shot, I think vodka. Remember that night? What she tried to get us to hit shots, or was it Jaeger? Remember? And I was like, nah, just give me a shot of vodka. What the hell? Were they hitting shots of? Remember at the Araby ball?
Oh yeah,
what the hell was that?
Yeah, I think
she won a round table or something.
Yeah, we got tequila. It was around the tequila shot. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. Everybody get around tequila, and I'm like, that's like saying, all right, we're gonna order some supreme pizzas.
I can drink tequila straight, bro. I can.
And I just want pepperoni. You know what I mean? Like, man, you a little brat. Picky bastard. We only drinking tequila around here. Well, you offered me a shot. I was just telling you, if you want me to hit a shot with you, I'll drink vodka. So that's it with that. What I want to tell y'all is I watched a story the other day, bro, and it was about overpopulation of rabbits in a Washington county. How do you
determine that you're being overpopulated by a certain species?
But something that
does somebody actually
rabbit
go out and sees all these rabbits and determines, we have a rabbit problem?
What?
And who would have a problem with a bunch of rabbits? Of course, if they're in a room, but if you just see rabbits, you got a problem with that's just kind of it's
somebody who just don't like bunnies.
That was the first question, and
I guess the Easter bunny never came for him, so he's like, fuck that rabbit. Why
rabbits? And the thing about rabbits is rabbits are vegetarians, right? They don't. And the answer lies in the question, because me and my wife were looking at it, and she Googled it. So overpopulation of rabbits will, tear up. They eat your vegetation up. They'll overeat the vegetation in the area and basically clear everything out if you don't control the problem. So they say, but how do you determine the how to regulate? When enough is enough with the rabbits. You know what I mean? And
yeah, how do you figure that out? How do you come to the conclusion we have to do something about it?
Because they're rabbits. They're so
No, I'm saying
probably they're going outside and they're
just rabbits all over the place.
Not there anymore, and they're like, dude, these rabbits are fucking
right. Over. If you just wake up in the morning,
I'm a FUD.
You got 3 rabbits on your lawn. You look across the street. They got a couple rabbits. Rabbits would have to be just rabid, and I think eventually they would get tame to just not worried about eating your lawn.
Yeah.
They're not gonna take off, so they would just constantly keep just graze. They're grazing. That's all they do is graze. I mean, they graze. They're vegetarians, so they'll eat grass. They'll eat anything leafy.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you said the population of rabbits would look like heaven. Whenever they put that description of what heaven, when everybody lives in harmony, is that a rabbit would just come up to you and nudge, rub your ankle and eat the grass in front of you. It's got to look like a beautiful sight right out the gate. And so their solution is, when you deal with overpopulation, like what we do at home, is go out and hunt them, bring your tails back, because we have the Nutra problem, which humans created them fucking cells. We brought the Nutras aren't even supposed to be here.
That's when you go out there with your son, go get your nice little pellet gun, and show your boy how to aim down a rifle.
Well, see, what they want to do is they hired a hawk whisperer, like a guy who trains hawk, which I didn't even know that hawks can be trained, right? Yes, you whisper sweet nothings in their ear and tell them, go,
Just imagine how this guy, they find this guy probably on Craigslist ass.
How you find
they come this guy, he's dressed like Keanu from the Matrix and how do you sell yourself as a hawk whisperer?
It's a very unique job, and on top of that is how you find full-time work being a guy who trains hawks. They have enough hawks to.
And then you gotta train
How do you get the first hawk to listen?
Yeah.
But you gotta go get a bunch of hawks and a bunch of people because you're not gonna get rid of the problem by yourself with one hawk.
This guy is gonna be a superstar pretty soon. How do you like capture enough hawks, keep them in a facility, and do you keep them in a cage? Because it's not. I don't think it's fair to keep them in a cage.
This ain't gonna be a rabbit, but I mean, he's gonna be like. How do you know it's not gonna come down? I've seen videos of a hawk come down, attack a dog, kill a dog. You know, these things are vicious.
Well,
like,
all right. So basically, they sent that, and that's what we said. They sent out a letter to all the residents. And that's how it made the news. Is they sent out a letter to all the residents and told them to keep, warn them that this is about to happen. You got to keep your pets. Any pets that you feel are threatened, that can be a threat to this, then you got to bring them inside. Keep them out of harm's way because these hawks are coming. Yeah. Can you imagine walk outside and you got just a swarm of hawks?
Yeah. Hey, I'll take the rabbits eating my fucking shit over these hawks coming and might attack my child thinking it's a rabbit.
Bro, what you do? You go outside and you see your little 4-year-old just being swarmed by hawks, bro, just being attacked.
Dude, that's crazy. And I know they probably
all to get a rabbit.
Pigeons. A lot of people, like even drug dealers, will train pigeons to take the drugs wherever they gotta be. You know, Mike Tyson has pigeons. He flies pigeons. They go, they come back. So like,
what happened to that boy?
They say pigeons are some dirty ass birds, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like rodents they're like the rodents of the air. You notice how they're in the city because they're constantly eating trash off the ground. That's why they always in the
That's why they hustlers.
But dude, like
they come from the gutter.
You could say the same thing about crabs and crawfish.
Oh yeah,
and things that eat catfish. They all feed off the bottom of the water, and we eat them too.
Has anybody ever caught a tilapia?
No, they're not even bred around here. I think that's a foreign fish.
Yeah, it's like a warehouse created fish.
I think it is, bro.
I have to find that out, but I don't think it's a warehouse created fish. But I think it's a fish that they realize they can make a lot of money inside a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? They're easy to breed and they're edible. But I don't think they're like a...
I don't even eat tilapia anyway. I don't.
I've eaten it before.
I've eaten it, but then I stopped when I realized that shit. I've never seen anybody ever catch a tilapia. I caught a tilapia too.
Well, they say how they feed them. They eat feces and shit. And whenever you get that China meat.
Growing up, my uncle used to always tell me not to eat tilapia, so I never did. Yeah. I just took his word for it. I never knew why. Never asked.
And the reason why we shouldn't is because why would you eat tilapia when you have access to trout and redfish and green trout?
Speaking of fish,
AKA
I ate fish today for lunch and it was rolling, bro.
You fish at lunchtime?
No, I ate fish. The food lady brings us food every day.
Oh, that's dope.
And she had fish. Yeah.
Nice.
We need a food lady.
Yeah. This lady hooks it up, bro.
Well,
she cooks it all from scratch herself.
But not only, alright, so we get into overpopulations. And this is why I brought this up. I wanted to talk to y'all about that because now you go into Florida. They have iguana problems in Florida.
Big ass iguanas, like big.
I should go to Florida and catch me one.
Well, lizard. Like we see lizards. They say that.
So what can
that's equivalent to iguana issue. The iguana issue.
Well, how can an iguana fuck up the environment?
Ecosystem? Yeah. Because they eat. Overpopulation of iguanas makes a little more sense than overpopulation of rabbits. Because the iguanas eat insects and
plus they look scary
they're predators. They're definitely predators. Because they eat meat. They eat
insects.
Right. They eat live things.
Most of the insects I don't even like.
But dude, you could chop his tail off and it's gonna go. I don't want nothing like that. Like,
me and my brother used to have 2 iguanas.
And also, they in Florida they got like a lot of alligators. Like they got some issues.
Well, the real problem, which I was gonna get into at the end, is the python problem in the Everglades.
I don't like snakes, so
I'm not a snake person either.
Oh,
well, what happened in the Everglades is they have they naturally had pythons in the Everglades, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it would. And there's 2 separate pythons. There's a Burmese and there's more than one, but I mean there's the 2 biggest ones, the Burmese python, and there's another type of python. I have to look it up. Well, you know how big pythons get, like the ones you see, the big one wrap around the neck. They like to take pictures with them bitches. Well, a lot of people got these pythons, and they would never. They didn't realize that they were going to be too big for them to deal with. They knew the Everglades can house them, so they didn't want them to die, but they couldn't hold them. Also, so many pet owners actually just released them into the Everglades. So the Everglades are so bad with the python problem that they're clearing out the ecosystem. Like, there ain't no rabbits left. I'm serious. It's alligators and pythons is what.
Well, why they didn't go take some pythons from the Everglades and go drop them off in Washington? But it makes more sense than
because they can't live in that ecosystem in Oregon. They're not bred. They're tropic. Tropic reptiles. But hey, maybe they can go out there long enough to eat them up and kill them and then just die.
You're gonna have pythons, alligators, and hawks to take care of these rabbit problems you got. If that doesn't work, bring in the Russian with the gun.
They're saying that the python problem. There you go. The python problem is so bad in Florida that they have nothing else left to eat, so they're eating the alligators.
Jesus
What's next?
Like the pythons and alligators.
People are next.
Which are 2 reptiles are fighting for domination over an ecosystem.
Godzilla.
They're eating each other. You know what I'm saying? Because the alligators are getting the best of the python. So it's like a back and forth battle in the Everglades. It's sad because that's it's our version of the Amazon. It's the best we can get to the Amazon, which is a real tropic wildlife it's falling apart over human error. Same thing with the nutras. That's human error. Like, we brought nutras over here to try to clean up. I think they brought them over here to help with the coast, to eat, and they did the opposite. They actually destroyed the coast. They're starting to eat the roots and the marsh roots and shit like that, and digging holes, and that's why we're trying to control the problem. And they're rats. They call them rats for a reason. Same thing. The problem with pythons. When a female python lays eggs, they can lay up to like 60 at a time.
Jesus Christ.
So then people putting them in, just getting them away in the Everglades. 2 snakes can meet. That's 60 there.
60.
That's 60 off top, and then you got that's.
So drop 10, like you say 50, right? That's the average at 50. You can average at 30, bro. That's a lot of snakes, though.
Yeah, especially, dude, like alligators or snakes. I don't know, dude. I don't know what would you rather run from? An alligator or a python?
An alligator. I'd rather run from an alligator, bro. Even though I don't think I'll outrun either one, but I'm gonna choose the alligator.
Well, see, the thing about an alligator is not going to. Alligator doesn't feed the way you think it feeds. Like it's gonna just jump out the water and just chase you. And just chase you 100 miles away. It's not gonna do that. They actually like sneak up. they feed off things hanging out on the bank. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so like you won't know they're there, and they jump out the water, and they're grabbing their food, and they're going back.
Kind of like somebody snatching the last chip out of your hand, like,
right?
You know, gotcha. Like,
and they, you know, they're scared of human beings. Like they're not. They understand. You know,
I don't know. I don't think some motherfuckers are scared of us, bro.
Honest, no, they really.
They say that about sharks too, and I don't believe them about sharks either.
Well, they're sneaky, right? If they feel like they being some, if you see them, they won't fuck with you. If they know that I know, I'm watching you watching me, they really.
Hey, I would question. If you said, if I heard that before, I would question. But the experience I had from sitting on that by the levee right there and seeing that bitch creep up.
Right,
and saying, "Hey, what the hell?" And then him kind of being like, "Oh, okay." But if I wouldn't have it was me and Celeste. It was after the show that at Old Araby Bar. We sitting there and I'm looking, and so we buy like where that metal thing, not metal, but cement meets the sand. So we sitting right there, and I'm looking out, and they got the boats passing and shit, and I'm just thinking like a video idea. So that's what we're doing. So then I see something floating on the water, and it looks like something with like a bunch of sticks on its back. But then I look like it's moving. I'm like, dude, that shit looks like alligator. And I'm looking, and it's getting closer, and it's getting closer and closer. And I'm like, oh shit. I said, it's that, and it says, it's alligator. And she's like, don't mess with it. It's not gonna mess with you. I'm like, fuck that. We about to see who's fast. like we about to see who runs fast out of me and you. So like, I'm like, So I get up like that, and so as soon as like we start making noise, it kind of starts like, you know, creeping back. But like, yeah, if we would have made any noise, it would have came up.
He probably would have snuck up, right?
Yeah. Right. So like, but
that's how he really fucked his back up. Celeste pushed his ass down that levee.
Yeah, it's like, phew, we can have him. Yeah, they won't like fuck with you. I could see them sneaking up behind something, but that 1 second, as long as he ain't too close, that you turn around and, you know, he'll probably take off running or whatever. They're not aggressive animals, reptiles. We used, dude, when I was a teenager, we used to go hydro sliding, like kneeboarding, in Carnarvon, which is where you seen them alligators. Remember that video with the marshmallows? That was the alligator, you know, driven place. Like I remember going, you know, being in the water and seeing the alligators hanging out on the bank, and you know, we'd always say, just look, bro, just don't act crazy, you'll be alright. And that was always, and nobody ever got attacked and taken under by an alligator. Yeah. They have so much, if they're well fed, they have nothing, they're not gonna come after you unless they have a reason to. Just like they say sharks, like you say, and they're not aggressive, you gotta give them a reason.
So you can't tell blood. Me they not gonna bite you because they don't they don't really have a taste for human. I don't count them not getting in the water. I think Jesus walked on water, my ass would be running on water.
I look at it now, and I don't think I would do that anymore. Like I don't feel like I don't know. I'm not gonna go jump in the water with alligators anymore. I don't really like to go swimming as much as I used to like anymore. I mean, that's how bad I wanted to go swimming and just be in the water. Yeah. That I'm willing to take that risk, but they're not. They say crocodiles are aggressive and alligators aren't as aggressive.
Okay, I can see that.
Crocodiles would be the ones that attack you. Now pythons, when we talking about they're predators. They have to sneak up on their prey to eat.
But the thing is, they're a snake. They're good at sneaking.
Yeah. Right. And they'll swallow you whole, dude. They'll wrap you like.
Right. They're.
I don't want to die being wrapped up by a snake and
for sure
swallowed whole, bro. That sucks.
Right. They're constrictors. So the way they eat is sneaking up on an animal, or whatever they feel like eating that day, and wrapping themselves around them, breaking all their bones, and eating them one at a time. You know what I mean? Like, so a cottonmouth's not gonna say, "Oh, I want to eat Tommy today." You know what I mean? Like, cause they're not. That's not what they eat. They can't. The only way the snakes in our habitat, where we from, are gonna put their teeth in you is unless you give them a reason to. A python, bar big enough, they even say that, you know, that pythons will attempt to eat a human being. You know what I mean? Like, they eat deer, they eat, so they're the ones that will sneak up on you if they feel like they can handle your meat, for sure.
Jesus,
for sure. Anacondas, same thing. That
I want to look up what makes
Anaconda, like that movie. Ooh, shit.
Well, no, that's not. Anacondas don't move like that. They ain't no snake.
I would
that
feel hopeless.
Right, the world's over. If we had anacondas move like that, shit, they would be running Fox News.
That was a fire ass movie, bro.
Sharknadoes.
That's when J-Lo looked good, bro. I don't like the new J-Lo as much as I like the old J-Lo.
What? Why are you tripping?
I'm not gonna say.
You gotta respect. You know, like 57 years old.
You know, here's my problem. Here's my issue, and I'm gonna stress this to everybody: is I like J-Lo before anybody liked J-Lo, and she's my J-Lo, and then nobody cared about her until she did what she did with herself now. So y'all don't know nothing about J-Lo. That's my J-Lo.
You know why he's saying that? Because he used to beat off in the middle of the night to
Maybe.
J-Lo.
No.
Yeah.
She
I think every turnkey.
Soon as his mom went to sleep, he was busting out the lotion.
That's a turnkey kid.
Right. I don't know if that was true. I don't know if I beat off to J-Lo.
J-Lo was J-Lo was.
I don't think she was naked enough at the time. But I just thought go look at the Anaconda J-Lo.
Yeah.
And go look at the J-Lo today. You don't get how you gonna get a butt reduction? It's just not fair. It's not fair to society that you get a butt reduction, and they have many women out there who are looking for a butt, inflation.
Inflation, yeah.
And you're gonna get a butt reduction. That's. Ooh,
what you got over there, bro?
No idea. That might be one of them pythons.
That's a rabbit. God damn.
That's a mouse, dude. I know that sound.
Oh, roach. No, we ain't.
Roaches don't make that much sound.
If we got mice in here, we got a problem. We got to get rid of it.
Bro, I got the best thing for you, bro. I don't have it, but I know it's the best thing, bro, for mice, bro. There's like these little things you lay down. It's like
a sticky trap?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yo, they work.
Bruh, like a charm. Not the one with the gels in it. It's like this little strip of paper, and it's like stronger than duct tape. Like you can wax your body with this thing. That's how strong it is.
Well, he knows he waxes.
No, I'm saying.
I'm gonna stick them on people.
Bruh, that's how strong these things are, bro. And I never knew because we had a mouse in our house. And this dude gave it to my wife for us to get, bro. I'm talking about 30 minutes after I put this thing down, they called him.
Yeah.
Alright, so the mouse trap, I can take. I've had recent experiences mouse trap. Not here, in my grandparents' property. You know, they have mouse. It started in the winter.
I hear him again, bro.
Might have mouse in. We gotta go stick his ass out. Maybe I can bring my cat in here and get him. But anyway, we had a mouse problem. And they usually happen in the winter because they looking to, they seeking refuge. It's cold as fuck outside. Well, mouse got in the house. So yeah, the glue traps. But my problem with the glue traps is, I don't know. I guess I'm I'd rather see. I don't know. I'm not an animal guy. I hate to see him suffer like that. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather just die right away. Just one, which with the other ones do.
You can get the box that they go into a box and it electrocutes them.
See, that would just end it.
Yeah, electrocution. I feel on the like if they get stuck on that thing, they sit there, they starve to death, then they decompose, and that's like a slow I got you. Like
I can see him writing on the side, roll on too on the side.
Hit the wheelchair.
The electrocution.
Yeah, Death Row Records. But no, I feel bad for him when I'm saying you catch him and they on that bitch just tweaking and they can't move, and every move you make, oh, I got out, and then you just, you try to push yourself out with the other hand, and that bitch is stuck.
Like you just wrong house essay.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
the wrong house.
What I do is when I do catch them, and it really is the best one that works, because they have they actually put the food mixed with the glue, so they attract you to it. So you're gonna get rid of them for sure. But I feel bad for them. Motherfuckers just throw them in the garbage can.
That's what I did. I didn't give a fuck.
Right. So I put him out of his misery. I gotta finish him. You know what I mean? Finish him. I gotta
stomp on him or.
Wait,
I can't stomp on him, bro. I can't do that.
Oh, jeez.
You hardcore, huh, bro?
You got
That's worse than just throwing them in the trash.
No, that's psychological.
That's finishing him. That's getting rid of. How's that a bad
That's
thing?
an excuse to kill, bro.
That's the governor on the walking.
Bro, that's how it starts, too. Killing little mice and shit.
So how would you want to die?
Not being bashed by a shell.
Yeah, don't bring
One split where you don't feel it?
Oh, Ted Bundy.
Would you want to be thrown in a garbage can and just have to dehydrate and suffer and die?
He might get out. That's what I threw him under that.
He ain't getting out no sticky trap, dog. He ain't getting out, bro.
I mean, fuck.
So what? Would you
let him
in the hot
sit
box
up and then think about what he did. Right?
Yeah. So
Maybe
it's worse.
Maybe you could just put a little rat poison by his mouth.
I don't know.
Eat that shit real quick and die, but because I shovel.
He ain't eat shit. You gotta. That's it. It's over. It's over.
You could bury him in the ground once
dog, you done. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, cool. Let's get this over with so I can be born again and do my mouse life all over. So,
life, yeah.
I mean, I felt that was better than throwing him in the garbage, dog. And then just suffering. I don't know. If I, just end it quick, right? Put a bullet in my head. Just do me in.
Bashing them in the head ain't killing them quick, bro.
No. I'm taking a shovel.
They ain't trying to behead this poor mother.
Yes,
I can see him.
It's over.
You putting him under a spotlight, walking back and forth with a shovel. So you picked my house, huh?
Oh man, he probably puts the mouse in one of them old medieval things before you get your head chopped off.
All right, so you had the mouse trap, and you snapped him and killed him with the cheese. You put the cheese in the trap and whap, like Tom and Jerry style.
Yeah.
They don't always die. I see them flopping around.
No, they don't always die. If you you gotta catch them just right. It's supposed to break their neck or whatever, and then
y'all ever got caught on one of them things
No, but I've heard them at one of my friends' house catch a mouse. You could hear that thing. What? We
I put my hand on it one time, cool, and I
wouldn't have done that.
Well, the whole reason why they started with the glue traps is because of people are too sensitive to deal with killing them with the which is goofy, because that's how you want to go out. You want to go out with the squat.
Hey, the mouse traps were cool and all, but the dude gave me the glue traps for free. So I mean,
the glue traps, I think they work better. They guaranteed to work. They guaranteed to work. Because a mouse can be small enough to fucking eat that cheese and that bitch snap and they roll, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That's what they do. They adapt.
Right, but the glue trap, you fucked.
Yeah.
One little hand touches it. That's
right,
it.
And that's it. It's like, oh shit, I gotta get out, so I'm gonna try to push this. Oh, I'm fucked, and then you just keep going and going and going, and then before you know it, the whole body's on that bitch. And that's. So y'all telling me that's cruelty to animals by just taking him, putting him out of his misery? That's what you just said.
Bro,
what would you rather go? Would you rather?
Bro, you gonna hear and everything, his body just being crushed, blood flying everywhere.
No, it doesn't. Just, Alright.
So you did
So
this
would you?
before.
Alright.
You
So would you?
described-
If you had a choice to die, would you rather get struck by lightning, which is kind of the same thing? You know what I mean? Like just boom, it's done. Or would you rather, like, just suffer? Just get locked and be
It's like suffocating slow.
Yeah, but getting struck by lightning, I'm not getting my head taken off.
and lay the brick wall up and just leave you behind there for you to
I
die.
don't know. I mean, I just don't want to get my head taken off. Can I at least keep my head?
I mean, you can keep it. We'll bury everybody. You know what I mean? Like roll and kick it in the tomb.
Well, no, I don't want you to kick it around. I want it to be intact.
Maybe like
So
if they can make like a environmental friendly glue trap that like after like you know that you can pour maybe take the glue, okay, put it somewhere outside and then you pour like water on the glue and then it'll
let it go and then go and then some motherfucker gonna run right back in your shit.
Yeah.
Run right back in your shit. So
You
the
get
best
one
thing
more.
to do is get rid of his fucking ass. So if I'm a mean person, I'm gonna say that getting rid of him was, you know, the executing him is the right thing.
Executioner. That's your new name,
Bruh.
Executioner, bro.
They can fucking make you sick, dude. Alright, think about England in the here we go, 60 minutes. Think about England in the 1800s when they had 17, 18, when they had the Black Plague and all that shit.
Yeah.
That come from rats and shit, bro. The reason why they so sick, just like roaches, they can make you sick is because they can go where places where you can't go and pick up diseases and shit that are stuck somewhere, whatever,
And bring it back.
and bring it back. You gotta get rid of that. Would you
Yeah.
rather your peeps get sick? But
Well, I'm down for killing them. I mean, getting rid of them.
right, but you saying what I'm saying is
I just
animal
can't-
cruelty.
I just can't crush them with a shovel, bro.
Oh no,
I'm not a killer like that.
I ain't a killer like that.
Yeah, bro.
Remember the time?
Yeah,
think about that, Brad.
But when my wife was trying to get me to jump on that mouse in the hallway, I couldn't do it.
I'm not a killer like that.
We'll put it to that. We're gonna lock him up, cage him up for like 2 days, bro, and just tell him you can't get out. You're done. And he's gonna probably say, "Finish me." You know what I mean? Like, just shoot me now.
That's kidnapping though, but we can't do that. But
Bro, I mean,
But no, I understand what you're saying. It would be, yeah.
Right.
If it was my time to go, I would rather go fast than slow.
so just
like,
come in here and whack me in the head with a shovel. Just
Man, just take you out. Walk outside, get struck by
Like, I think
lightning,
one of the
it's
worst ways to go out would be having to drown, cause like you're
Yeah, I don't
drowning
wanna-
and you
I don't
got
wanna
like I don't know
drown,
if it's that or being in a fire. Like you burn as you feel, that's all pain. You know, that's like.
Well, that was
but if
my
I get
option,
shot,
too.
if I get shot, boom, boom, like I'm gone, I'm dead. Like sometimes the bullet leaves so fast that you're dead before you hear it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so. Yeah, I'd rather something like that, but
Well, that was my 1-3 options. I can either throw him in a garbage can, throw him in the pond and let him drown to death, or finish it now. I'm
ain't
talking
got-
to you guys about a mouse. Like, y'all never been put in this position before where you had to make a decision.
I
on
made a
ending the
decision
mouse's
when I
life.
had that problem. I threw him in the trash can.
Yeah, right. So you just left him to suffer and die in the heat box.
I don't think of it like that.
I think, you know.
He died on his own. I didn't kill him. It wasn't at my hands.
All right. So I don't know. It'd be hard for me to do it if I had like a pet that was just done. That you know they're gonna die, but they're gonna live longer. Like putting your cat or your dog to sleep. I mean, would you do it?
Putting them to sleep.
if I had like
You putting them to sleep. You ain't whacking them with a shovel.
Whacking them with a shovel is.
You're injecting them with something.
Dude, if you
It's-
cut a mouse completely in half, I highly doubt they felt it. I don't know, but I highly doubt they felt it. Like, I think that would be like maybe 10 seconds.
we're just gonna have to keep our eye on you with shovels.
Well, maybe so. I just think that was the right thing to do at the time.
Yeah,
all this we just.
That's what all killers. That's what all killers say. It feels right.
Come out with a shovel.
Yeah, I think it don't feel right. It feels good. You're a killer, bro.
I think you're a killer.
You're a slow killer,
right? I think you the guy you want to put torture on a human being. Poor mouse.
Poor mouse. Either way, he's far.
Yep.
Porno story. Stay out of my fucking house, mouse.
Here we go. Here we go. Fuck it. Just like they leaving us to suffer and torture and be mentally strained, the Illuminati, bro.
Illuminati.
Because you sent us the video.
What about the oil refiners getting bombed? Well, I've been telling him for months that they're trying to build a case to go to war with Iran.
They've been doing that for a few years. They've been.
It's been active, bro. Like they got oil tankers and that's in the little Persian Gulf getting hit. They shot down a drone.
Right.
Now they bombing.
Iran says I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Now they bombed the oil refineries in Saudi Arabia, which is like a large portion of the world.
Yeah,
it's very active. Like you can see them building a case. Yeah. And here's the thing: that there's never really no evidence.
I would say instead of case, I'd say building the false flag.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason why they didn't attack yet because Trump knows if he attacks right now, he has no chance for a re-election. So he's got. I guarantee you, after.
I wouldn't say that, bro.
I think it's
I think he's gonna win that shit.
Regardless,
bro.
I don't know, bro. Because why didn't he do it yet? He's got enough to go to war.
So you think? All right. So you think he's gonna wait until 20? What would it be? All right.
2021.
2021. January 2021 is the re-inauguration.
Or he might be waiting. You know how
which it takes time for this war shit to
well, you gotta think. Well, you gotta think. You gotta take time to take the 9/11 incident. Look when we responded about a year later. For military planners to put together a plan to attack.
Well, and this is
and think about it. By the time he gets reelected, right after, guess what?
Or I would say why you say right after? Why not to ensure that he gets reelected? Why not if we play into the false flag? What's gonna America if we got bombed or something bad happened to us? We're gonna be it's the 9/11 thing all over again. We're gonna back our troops. That time we supported our government fully on what they wanted to do. We want to go to war.
Here's what I'm worried about.
So that's what
nobody wants it now. Right.
See, now here's what I'm worried about. Now with the bombing on their oil didn't get the ball rolling on this war they want yet. So now how you get the ball rolling? An attack on Americans.
You bomb us.
Well, yeah, of course.
Exactly. Something's going to happen to us next. That way, they have the excuse to go fight this country.
And backing from the people, from the sheep.
Exactly.
So what we're getting at, what I would say is that ever since this war never really ended since 9/11. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
Like they never left the Middle East since 9/11, and it's always a conflict with someone in that area since 9/11.
Yeah.
And it hasn't stopped. And they're not going to stop until they get what they want.
Which is the resource. It's not that we're scared of them still. Like they can't fool it like that anymore. We're there for a reason. And it's to do with the reason of a new world or take over resources, which is what, like he said, Illuminati. Like like they want world control of everything, world currency, one order, to rule everything. So they're gonna play Monopoly. They're gonna play strategy with the whole world and try to manipulate and stuff like that. So that's why other countries don't fuck with us. And like, you know, they know what's going on. You know, they look down on us because shit like that, and we're so influenced by what the TV says that we point the finger at the wrong people. But if we start to think, maybe there is something like, you know, a higher power in these powerful groups that own the whole world that want to keep that world running the way they want it. Like we too blind to even think that's a possibility. But we watch movies like The Wizard of Oz that are like telling us like how easily it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right. And want to know what's another little thing that I noticed? That little bombing on that oil refineries came days, like probably like a day or two right after John Bolton was fired, and he was like a huge Iran war hawk.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to go to war with them so bad. Yeah. And he had a huge part in the Bush administration.
I think you sent me him like something's about to happen, and then that happened. Like,
yeah.
Well, it goes back until the original days of the Illuminati, which has been confirmed that this is a true organization that existed. Whether they exist today, I don't know, and if they do exist, they're probably not running around with the same name. And Illuminati is the enlightened ones. Well, their real battle started with religion, and because it was science versus religion in a sense, because a lot of things that were written in religious books will be confirmed by scientists to be false based on their science, and they're doing a science study on it. So we're just made to believe whatever the Bible tells us, but when well, it doesn't add up based on my scientific proof or whatever. So the church had gotten really upset with them stressing these things and going against religious prophecy and religious beliefs, because if you guys believe what these people are telling you, then you're not going to believe in us anymore, because everybody is in fear of not following this religion, because if we don't follow what this book says and we stray outside of it, we're going to hell, we're going to die, kind of thing. But if people all actually start to turn and believe and say that the shit that we really don't have no proof of, that we all just believe since the day we were born, is evil, right? Then or wrong
or exaggerated
right, exactly. It's like fairy tale style stories. Then we're gonna rebel against religion, and nobody's gonna believe anything religion has to say. So there's a two-edged sword to that. Well, when it went underground, it became evil. Like a lot of people believe like the Illuminati was originated straight from the devil, and I don't know for sure, because Lucifer means the illuminated one, like the enlightened one. That's what Illuminati, and the enlightened, that's what Illuminati means. Well, anyway, a guy named Adam Weishaupt started this underground society, and his plan originally is to take over the world. So they did this thing underground. They spread out and went, and whatever they plan is a long-term plan. It's not something that we're just gonna go out and dish out. Me and you, we're gonna run out on the streets and we're just gonna cause havoc tomorrow and take a stand for what we believe in. They would manipulate and do it the right way, and it's gonna take hundreds of years for this, but it's world domination is what to make people believe in what we believe in, so to say. So they actually split out. They had key leaders in the Illuminati, and they went and moved to all the major countries, France and in Europe, France, England, Germany, all the major countries. And the French Revolution, all the major wars, starting with the French Revolution, I think it was, and then was based on them creating their own wars, and then these guys who split out became bankers, because the bankers fund the money for war, to go and create wars. So it was for profit. So they built their organization up and became stronger and stronger by, going to war and creating false wars, like false narratives in different places to create wars to take over through chaos.
Yeah.
Order through chaos. We go ahead and we create these different wars, and we're going to be able to control the country because we're going to be the heroes. We're going to be the ones who,
the enemies. They fund the war. The heroes of the war. They present you the war, and what they stage everything just for their agenda.
So, and just by saying what I'm saying, if you think about every war, there's always a villain and there's always a hero. And the hero is always on the right side of history. The hero gets to tell a story. Yeah. The winner of the war gets to tell a story and portray it exactly how they want it to be painted.
Yeah.
And it just changes the narrative and makes people believe that we should go to war by false narratives. How do you create a false narrative? You create chaos. You know what I'm saying? And the Civil War, they say the Civil War was created through making people fight over things in the streets, which is going on now in America. So we have to be careful about how we approach the shit that the media is telling us, because it can easily turn into a civil war.
It was for a period of time, like a few years, it was getting bad with it. People were just going out of the way to fight with each other. We were heading to civil war. And that's what if we do have a civil war now, that's where the FEMA camps would start, the martial law, all these plans that want to be done by these special groups. That's how, and it's you won't understand. Oh, civil war, people dying on the streets. Come with us. We'll keep you safe. We'll keep you safe. Not knowing you in there, they can shoot you with something to fucking track you. They do whatever they think.
They're locking you out. They're actually locking you in.
Exactly. You're a prisoner now. You did nothing wrong. And it's not because you feel unsafe. It's because the war they started. So they started it, and they come here.
Well, and then that's where the truth hidden in plain sight, all the symbolism that comes with it, and there's many secret societies that were formed way before this was formed, like the Freemasons, which was a society supposedly that was formed in to create peace. But where it is that the Illuminati, these people actually infiltrated all of these major secret societies,
Skull and Bone,
right? And their job is to do whatever they have to do and play the game to rise themselves to the top of the ranks, where they get to be sayer, and be judge, juror of what goes on, and change the philosophy and create an evil narrative in these places. And when you deal with lower level Freemasons, who anybody can be one if they want to be one. This is all bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I know it's a brotherhood. Dude, I know people that are in I'm that shit's straight evil, bro. Man, it's just like the Kiwanis Club, man, something like that.
All those clubs, the Kiwanis Club, the other ones, not the Shriners.
Shriners with the hats, yeah.
That's all those organizations been around for thousands of years, whatever, and they're all been infiltrated, the heads of them, the degrees of Freemasonry. They say 33 is the top level Freemason. And once you get to that level, then you learn, that's the Lucifer's truth. Level, yeah. Right? That's you're gonna take. You get to find out what's really going on. They only let so many people go up. They know which ones will conform, that really want the power, rather than that are in there for supposedly, which they think is the right reasons. The Knights Templar. I don't know if you heard of Knights Templar, which was the Masons were created from the Knights Templar, and they supposedly know like the Jesus's bloodline. Like they have to hold the secrets to Jesus' bloodline because they rocked with Jesus. They were created from Jesus's like the whole killing of Jesus or whatever. Well, they infiltrated to get his blood, and supposedly like Jesus's blood is part of the Illuminati because they knew the blood of there's blood of Christ, which was sacred blood, so they tried to taint it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they deal in a different, they work on a different wavelength, and they do order through control. So you ever heard of the reptilian agenda? We going all the way back until like how humans were created, how they say we were created from an alien race of reptilians, and a lot of these like the Illuminati bloodlines. There's like 12 major bloodlines of the Illuminati. All those bloodlines are connected, and all of them, the sacred bloodlines actually have reptilian, like alien blood in them. That's how deep this shit gets. And we all have in our brain the same thing a reptile has. While we talk about python, like that competitive nature, that thing that makes us want to watch MMA and want to watch, play football and compete and try to outdo each other, is that reptilian sign in our brain, that thing that exists in our brain that we have, that reptiles have, and it comes from that supposed bloodline, because we're the ones who were born with like in the bloodline are full-blooded, and like we were hybrids that were created with the Neanderthals and shit, and like that's how far this goes back. The Atlantis, they even say, the city of Atlantis, remember all that shit?
The lost city,
like that's how far we go back, and they saying that we exist only and based on the Bible a few thousand years before BC, which we go back millions, like a million years. Like that's how far our bloodline exists, and they covering up the truth from us because they're suppressing the truth, because there's truth in power. And once we realize, when we learn the truth, they have no more power, so they suppress everything.
Yeah.
But they like to pick on us, so that's why they hide the truth in plain sight. So like all those images, like the pyramid images, the one eye symbol, all of that shit is ancient symbolism.
To letting you know, like if your brother and sister, and the sister does something to your own, and leave your sister alone. You should just and the little sister sticks her tongue at you, like ha. Like that's what they do.
They poke fun.
Yeah.
And they do it through entertainment, which a lot of the entertainment while we talk about Taco Bell, how we fuck with y'all motherfuckers about Taco Bell, the symbol, if you look at the Taco Bell, it's actually a one eye. It's an eye. It's like the one eye, and they say that's one eye symbolism. And you remember last year they launched a campaign about the Illuminati Taco Bell movement. Yeah. Like it's them like poking fun at themselves getting caught.
Yeah.
For like their symbolism. You feel what I'm saying?
And everything. Like if you're watching an award show, watch what's going on. It's all Illuminati. Like if Katy Perry, Beyonce, like it's all Illuminati like type shit. That song E.T. that Katy Perry did with
remember
Kanye.
Remember him and Kanye.
That's all about, like, they listen to those lyrics. That it breaks it down how what she's talking is like being possessed by this the reptilian type of shit. Like it's all in the music. And then even some of these artists, after they're used and thrown, they'll just like they'll come out and say, this is crazy. Dave Chappelle is one of them that he left Africa because shit was happening. Like he was like, no, they not like he knows what's up, and they try to make him look like crazy. All that shit they try to do to him.
He just left the show.
Because he got big enough to where they're like, okay, well, you're big enough now, so this is what's really going on in the world. This is what you're gonna do, and it freaked him out. He's like, what the? So he left. He left. People thinking he just left because he had a breakdown. No, he got big enough to where he could be one of the faces. Like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is the face of him because he's the biggest comedian now. That's why I say if something happens in that car accident, it's because they clone him, because that's a face that they have pushing their agenda.
Dude, check this
Dave Chappelle dies, they're gonna show you the body.
I didn't know this until I learned about all this shit when I talked to y'all last week, 9/11. I didn't know nothing about the Illuminati. I didn't know what the fuck it was. Never heard of it. I heard some of the shit about the Freemasons, but you don't really take it seriously. That's like a club. When I first heard about the Freemasons, I thought about it as ever watched Flintstones when they had the lodge, when they wore the little hat on their head. Yeah. That's what I thought it was comical.
Yeah.
Well, the whole time, all of us never knew about that shit. Tupac was trying to tell you about it at the end of when he got the last album, the Don Illuminati, the 7-Day Theory. He was talking about the Illuminati, and he has an interview where he says he was learning about this stuff in jail. And he's like, I'm killing all that shit. Yeah. I'm killing all of that shit because it's just some kind of, ain't nobody got control over us. You know what I mean? We're our own people. I'm killing all of it. That's why I call it the Illuminati. It's just, who's they? He was basically speaking out against it. Yeah. Who's they? Who the fuck are these people?
Yeah. Trying to get you to be like, don't be scared of this shit. This shit's not really
right.
No,
and
we ain't got
nobody even knew what the hell it was. The thing is, we didn't even know what the hell it was. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He died before he can explain himself. Really. I mean, he had one interview where he just kind of talked about it.
He said too much.
He pissed somebody off.
He was killed before he can really explain. What the hell is the guy?
And look, that would sound like the work of the Illuminati.
And he was going into work. He was like his record label. He wanted to leave Death Row. He wanted his record label to be named Illuminati. He had the whole the Machiavelli. He was starting to be woke, you know what I mean? And he had the biggest voice. I mean, you hear Tupac's voice, that's Tupac. He's got the most distinguished voice ever, and it's never gonna change. When Tupac says something, you feel it. You don't hear it, you feel it.
Right.
And he said too much in that one interview.
Well, nobody actually ever. Yeah, think about this album coming out, and then they really do the marketing campaign that comes with it, because MTV is gonna want to sit down with him and do that hour interview. Yeah. Nobody ever said, what the Don Illuminati? What does that mean? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. They're changing his name to Machiavelli. Yeah. And, you get the Machiavelli thing because they told that story, but they never said what Don Illuminati means.
Most people don't even know that's a thing. They didn't even hear. If they didn't watch that last interview, they don't know, because they would never. Right. If you don't go research and people probably listen to this, be like, okay, let me go on YouTube and that's gonna wake them up to something else. Right. Well, that's what we're trying to do.
It even gets as deep. I heard the interview, and I didn't even know what the hell he was talking about. I paid no mind to it. We can go. Let's go back to the 90s. In the 90s, they had a card game that came out, the Illuminati card game.
They banned it. Because everything the cards kept coming out, it would happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting that game. I'm ordering that game.
You can order it now.
We're gonna order it.
Everything on those cards, it started freaking people out, because everything on those cards started to happen.
True. And it was I mean, dog, like, how do you...
They said the college predicted 9/11 and everything.
Yeah, you got there's shots of 9/11.
It's on this card.
Go look at the card.
Yeah.
Go look at the card of the 9/11 card. 9/11 Illuminati card. That's all you got to Google, and you're going to see a picture of that thing. It's going to scare the shit out you.
It's like, how the fuck they knew all that?
All of that. And it's what it is. It's that truth hidden in plain sight, and how they beat around the bush.
Like the Simpsons, how they keep predicting everything.
Right. How the hell the Simpsons keep predicting everything. And did you ever see, when we talking about 9/11, did you see the how they linked the Back to the Future?
No.
To 9/11?
No, I didn't.
Ooh, yo, watch that video, fuck you up.
No, I didn't.
And then
dude, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
You see it now, huh?
This is real?
That's a card game. You could order it right now.
When you go read the story behind, like, people was freaking out about it. That's why they banned it. Yeah.
Bro, this is
them poking fun, bro.
Like, I've never seen something as deliberate as this.
The game is world domination. Is the fucking
terrorist nuke. That's what the card's called, right. And it's got a building.
Well, it used to be called.
It's got a
where they hit it at. It's not like
where it hit. Look,
that's what's scary.
Look, this looks like that's a missile that would have went, and this one is falling down.
Right,
it's in the process of
almost hit it identical. Down. Look at that picture. Yep. Look at that. Where they hit it at.
Yeah.
With the plane, right? It's almost the same fucking spot.
Dude, I can't believe I've never heard of that before.
You've never heard of it either. I didn't hear of it either. I mean, until I started wasting my time just digging in this shit, learning, and and
it's not really a waste of time.
No, it's not, because most people don't.
And it was in 1995 that
the card game
came out. So people can't be like, oh well, that's just after it happened.
But yeah, like that shit, it will scare the shit out of you. Yeah. And that's why most people don't want to hear it, because they can't see it. If I can't see it, I can't believe it. It's all to keep people in line, just to keep,
And like, if you're saying that to people, oh man, that's just a movie, man. It's just a game. It's like to get them to discredit what you're saying.
Somebody just come out and create that and be able to get it right. Like how? Come on now.
Dog,
you ain't just gonna create a call game and get everything right.
Let's put it this way. Ever since I started looking at that stuff and like paying attention to it, I never watch anything the same anymore. Like, you can never look at TV the same anymore when you start to see these, like, see the symbols and understand everything. Like,
you just start questioning
everything, man.
Yeah. It's their way of poking fun at you, saying, I got you.
And every little thing, all the people that, and it's like kind of like that, like, man, it's nothing you can do about it. We're everywhere, nothing's gonna happen. Like,
shut up. Control everything.
Right. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, if I get a voice, they're not gonna like what I gotta say. It's a constant battle, because like I don't think I'll ever be the artist to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna transform everything just for money because I want the fame so much, so I'm gonna just go do what the industry wants me to do. No, I'm gonna use my platform to try to inform and then talk, which is probably get me killed. But
and when they talk about keeping people dumbed down, that's what they're talking about. Like, why certain things got pulled out of pop culture, and where did it disappear? It wasn't like it wasn't hot. You know what I mean? It wasn't that people didn't want to see it. Yeah. It just rolled away. Like reality TV, and people want to watch people shit on themselves, and it keeps people straight away from really studying truth and excelling and trying to be that better person and elevating themselves. Like it's all that reality TV is to keep us
compete with each other. MTV went from playing powerful, influential music to show me 2, 4, 6 pregnant teenagers on the TV, or fucking some stupid ass Guidos fist pumping and fucking fighting with each other's like. That's music television, or did y'all take the music away?
How do you become
replaced it with bullshit?
Exactly, because they had made the living on music. It wasn't like the music wasn't working.
And the smart thing,
what does a teenager getting pregnant has to do with music?
No.
Well, see, like from a business point is like, oh, this, like let's say MTV, this reality thing's working, but people love our music videos. Well, let's create a new station that that pushes music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that pushes the like to make TV shows, make shit like that. No, they took music out of music television and then made MTV music secondary to that. Like, how does music television?
They moved the music to another channel that you would not get with your regular cable subscription. It wouldn't be channel 27. Right. It wouldn't be MTV. It would be something that you gotta pay and you go and it'd be like it wouldn't be like TRL. It wouldn't be what you used to. It'd just be like it wouldn't have the same feel as MTV. We grew up on MTV, but we're the turnkey kids are the most woke ones, and a lot of it has to do with the shit we saw on MTV.
Yep. Shit we grew up in, right? I mean, especially like you look at the 90s, the grunge era, like where people really stood up for what they believed in, and it fed from the 80s. Look, there's no Tupac without Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Shit, there's no Kurt Cobain without Public Enemy. I feel, so that it led into that, and it got so big and so scary that shit, if we don't put a stop to this now, it's gonna get it's gonna get bad.
And we all like the retro party. You had on an MTV shirt. When I went to see what what am I wearing for this retro party? First thing that come to mind gotta be some MTV, because that's what my brain went back to.
That's where we grew
when
up.
I was looking at the thing, if they weren't wearing our shirts, they're wearing MTV stuff.
Yep.
That's why they took away all that shit. And everybody's like, man, why they went away with videos? Why they? Oh well, they went from that to like being hooked to these stupid reality shows. Like, you could put this on Lifetime. You could put this on other, like, local channel.
That's
like,
this like Dr.
Road Rules, the Battle of the Sexes, all this shit. No music. They don't even play music no more. The only time they have music now is during the Music Awards, which is filled with symbolism.
And you know what's ill about that is we think that by having that doctor on the pregnant, what the hell they call that, Teen Mom shit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That they're watching the doctor say, nah, this is no good. They ain't watching the doctor. They're watching the fact that the parents are helping you take care of that motherfucking kid.
Yeah.
And it's it teaches them. I think it teaches them more. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, your family gonna work.
Yeah, you'll get through it. You'll get through it. It's fine. Yeah.
Right.
You might even get your chance on a TV show.
Right.
And if you get on here, then just go do porn and you're gonna make it.
Right. Yeah. Rather than because if they really cared about how they would shell shock them with all the bad things about having a child. Not
it would be like them shows where the kids go to jail.
Right.
Yeah. Like you get scared because they bring you to jail like a boot camp. It's scare you. To me, it's glorifying pregnancy for teenagers.
It's glorifying that shit on the slick. You know what I mean? It really is, because they throw in the bad shit, but they know true nurturing and love of a child. You know what I mean? Like having that child there is like just something that you want to take. Human nature. You want to take care of something, right? So they know, and in the way society is built, this is where it gets dirty for me. The way society is built is that it's a monetary system, and that we're in a different day and age. That if you have kids too early, you can destroy your whole life, because everything is capitalism. It's all about money to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, so you can't get your money straight.
You're already in the hole. Yeah, you're already. That kid is a house loan, is your house mortgage, is your car payment. You're already behind. Just like I feel like college is a scam, because you walk out of college with a piece of paper and a mortgage.
That piece of paper is basically a debt. It's a bill.
Yeah, exactly. And what you got, go into the workforce that you're not promised a job in, but hey, you got to start paying this back. And if you don't pay that back, we the government, we could take that out of your shit.
let's forget about all, like you saying, like they don't teach, all they teach you is algebra and all this other bullshit. Why there's not stock market?
Yeah, why it can't be
stock market about, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly. It teach me about credit, how to build my credit. Why, like, what's the interest rate on the cards? Why they fluctuate on my interest rate? Like, will teach me a closed loan or open loan. Like,
or at least what would be considered
a good
closed loan.
That's a big deal. That's two different.
Yeah, they can change. It can change. Your loan could change at
those things. Why they should definitely be a cost on that.
Yeah.
Well, like I was just saying, like at least tell you what a good interest rate would be, because you'd be surprised. Some people don't even know. Some people think 20% is fucking fire.
You don't know. When I went to buy my first car, I didn't know what they were telling me. I just want a new car.
20, it's just 20.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, that's not even close to 100. Right. I just find that now, like you understand that. I go into a business meeting or anything. I'm not getting screwed over on the interest rate. I'm not getting I'm gonna read the small print, but they don't teach you none of that in school. Right. They teach you the bare minimum, and like sometimes they do teach that other stuff, but you gotta go out of your way to find electives to learn that. No, like instead of a PE, or they got my daughter right now in high school taking PE, a dance PE, and some other kind of PE.
I didn't know dance physical education.
No,
but you want to know what's crazy?
And she doesn't know anything. Like anything about how the world works. She can nothing. Straight A's. You put her in a school, straight A's. She knows that. But school is not the same as the real world, and it's gonna hit her in the face so hard because they're not preparing for anything. Right. And I see it. She don't see it. And it's like,
dude, the most wealthy people in the world, it's passive income.
Yeah.
And it's stock investments and knowing where to put your money and know how to invest it.
Exactly. It's not, nobody gets rich from their 9 to 5 unless you're a doctor. I mean, that's
right. Just from cold hard work.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my boss every time when he's like, you sure you don't want to work extra? But I ain't never got rich from this job before. I don't think it's going to change over this one hour, bro. I'm going to the house.
Yeah. The best way to make money is to find out how to invest it and where to invest it. Yeah. And that's the game that needs to be taught. Other than that,
exactly. But no. If you want to learn that, now you got to hire an accountant. A personal loan how come you can't make my teacher my accountant?
Yeah.
Make my teacher, they're smart enough, like let them be my accountant. Show me how this shit works so I can do it myself. All I have to do is somebody has to show me. Like YouTube now has been more helpful, like I said, than my whole school.
And they've been more knowing that the game is to be sold, not to be told.
Yeah.
And stock market is so deep. From what I see now is that usually when you see knowledge on it, it's too late. You understand what I'm saying? That they already made their money off of it. So by the time you put yours in there, they're already on to something.
By the time we get like Martha Stewart on already dead, you know what I mean? Like they're controlling it.
Exactly.
Pretty much. It's already pre-planned.
The same people who pushing this education got all their money invested in the stock market. Yeah. That's how they making a killing. They're waking up in the morning seeing how much money they made. And that's the scary part about where we at in society, because all of the shareholders are in bed with each other. And when you get caught, look, I did shit on the street. I got caught. When you get caught, that means that they don't know all the other shit that you did to get caught. Yeah. You know, like so I'm saying, so like whenever they talk about like stock stealing and trading and all that shit, man, that's just a front. That's just a cover to bust, like just to push a little bit through so they can sneak the other shit through the back end. Just like they push dope through the country and they'll let that shit get caught. Yeah. That way they can sneak it through the back door.
And people like
people know deep down inside something's wrong. That's why when people see it, like, okay, let me bring up the Batman movie with the Joker with Heath Ledger. Everybody loved Heath Ledger's performance. All right, everybody's like, man, that's the best performance. People could be like, oh, it's because he died. You know, he just gave a great performance. No, it's what he symbolized as a person. It was like he was a bad guy, but that movie was his. He was the good guy in that movie. Nobody wanted to see him die. It was like more people gravitated towards him. It's because what he did with that money, he burned that shit. He didn't kill anybody that did. Like, if you go back and you watch that movie and you watch his stuff and you watch everything he did.
Ironically, a good guy.
Yeah, he was a good. He was the good guy, and he was like he had more. He was crazy, but he was understanding how the world works better than Batman did.
Right. He was tainted by the good.
Yeah,
he tried to be a good guy, and what made him a villain was just having enough of trying to follow the good boy system that was corrupt from the get go. So the only way to win that battle is.
And he even corrupted Harvey Dent, Two-Face. He was the one that corrupted. He would say his part. He was like, anybody in this world can be touched, corrupted.
Right.
In any kind of way, anybody can find that certain itch, can provoke that person that you think never, ever, ever turn. That's America. That's the world we live in. That's the power of money and the power of leadership. And it, like that movie, like just like the Iron Man I was telling y'all about. It's like these big time movies that people go pay millions of dollars to watch on the first day. Yep. They're putting it in it.
Right.
Like.
And dude, I'll tell you, when I was a kid, when I grew up that 80s baby. Look, we were fed that Captain America. You know, we were fed that America's the hero in everything we do. The Rocky defeating, knocking out Homeboy during the Cold War in Russia, the right at the end of the Cold War.
Fuck yeah, man.
Just being the hero.
Yeah.
So I always, I grew up wanting to be the hero.
Yeah.
Then when I got older, I started to realize that, some of that stuff that I was like, that heroism is actually not true.
No,
it's
like
fake.
what if the hero is the bad guy?
Right.
Like plot twist.
Oh yeah.
End of the movie plot twist. That dude that you thought was it's fake.
Nobody ever thinks why they're in the situation they're in, and it's always digging back to the root of the problem. And the only way to dig to the root of the problem is to actually do your homework. Well, when you look back into it, is that a lot of the heroes are tricked. They fucking blindsided. They two-timed. They're fighting for things that they don't realize there's something that somebody fed them some bullshit to go out there and fight for.
Yeah.
And you realize that, hey, we're being, there's a good chance that we're being we're being two-timed here. We're being fucked.
Yeah.
We're being
I think
screwed.
it's so bad now we're being more than two-timed.
Right. So that's where, like...
Getting it from every angle, bro.
I feel like I've never stopped feeling that way, but... the way I perceive life is that I still feel like I'm trying to stand up for the people, but I don't stand with that bullshit. Like you can't you can't bullshit me with patriotism.
Yeah.
And try to sell me that bullshit without giving me a good reason why I should be doing this.
Just because doesn't work for me.
Right.
That's the way it is. No.
And it's like, no, none of this stuff makes any sense. And the shit that makes more sense to me than the stuff that the news feeds me is the shit that I see online. Like, why would you just out of the blue, for instance, say that Afghanistan and Al Qaeda was behind 9/11, go out there for 2 months, fuck up some shit, take over the opiate field, and then say that that had nothing to do with we have a feeling that Saddam Hussein's got weapons of mass destruction. Never find them bitches. Never come out and say, here's the weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
And go attack that country. And people just conform to it. They just conform to it because the media made them believe that shit was real, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, look where we at now. Look how many people died over some shit that really didn't have to happen. To me, yeah, you know, did he?
Because that wasn't the true narrative.
Right, because he wanted to, just because he didn't fall in line with your fucking bullshit. And then you think about the way how easy, after my belief is how how much work they put into getting Iraq out of the game, how easy it was to get the other countries in the Middle East to fall in line. Like they were afraid, the leaders were afraid of what happened in Iraq to happen in their own shit, so they just kind of let the streets take over, bro. Like the way they beat, what the fuck that motherfucker name, Gaddafi? They fucked that dude up, bro. Yeah. And they made sure everybody seen it. But nobody seen Bin Laden get brought back to the States. Like, if you was that ruthless, why would you take Bin Laden, kill him, and throw him in the water? If Bin Laden was that, but you gonna let Saddam get seen getting hung with his fucking cloth, with a cloth over his head, but not the guy who killed everybody.
Yeah,
like not the guy who's behind killing all them people and blowing them buildings to the ground. You won't let this guy at least get seen in a casket before you throw his ass in the water. Oh, we killed him, and their religion says we just gotta hurry up and throw you in the water based on the war game. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude's probably been dead. Dude probably been dead. He had kidney dialysis during 9/11. Homeboy was like, yeah, well, you know, I don't know, pissed. We did enough. We might be banned by the end of next week, but it's all right. It's okay. That's Illuminati part 1. We're gonna let you guys roll out with that. We'll see y'all next week on episode 10. And you never
grinding again with a bottle, off like a cruise with a model. Feeling so great from my hollow, bilingual like tell them that hollow. Sweet with the face like a scalo, gassed up, just hit up the throttle. They threaten the bike by the grotto, kick rocks like the rest in the gravel. Your honor, I got my own gavel. Off the snakes, man, bring me the rattle. They come and they split like a straddle. One case and they fall like a tattle. From my Grammy, shine on the mantle.